Hi, I'm Mike Wilmott, and the topic I chose for this presentation was the school dress code. I talk about what the book says, about what the law states, cover our district dress code for staff and students, and then again, we'll talk about the issues for each of those groups as well. And at the end of the presentation, I'll talk about some solutions as a future administrator that I would plan to use. First of all, the book states that schools have the right to regulate student staff dress codes. Um, we must be careful not to infringe on First Amendment rights. They have to be reasonable in nature and wrote in a clear and precise manner. There should be no gray area whatsoever as far as the dress code goes. Our staff dress code is pretty simple. It's kind of vague. You can see it there. Professional attire must be appropriate, nothing provocative, no sexual comments, connotations. Must use good taste when you choose your apparel for the day. And casual, we have casual Fridays where we are allowed to wear t-shirts and jeans. Student dress code in the handbook, it's about almost pages long, so I just kind of paraphrase it here for you that the dress should not be a safety hazard and should not disrupt or interrupt the educational process. No double meaning shirts or sexual connotation. No cutoffs, meaning the t-shirts that they cut the sleeves off of and then they cut it all the way down to the waist can be worn unless they wear a full undershirt. Shorts, we allow the students to wear shorts year round. They just have to be mid-thigh in length. Then again, no tank tops, tube tops, or spaghetti straps, and everything must cover your stomach. Some of the staff issues we have are the inconsistent expectations within the district. And the example I have is PE teacher dress code. We have 3 buildings within our district. One of the buildings expects their PE teacher to wear khakis and a collared shirt every day. The other 2 buildings are okay with them wearing athletic shorts and t-shirts. We also have, being a rural community, we have a lot of teachers that have a farming background, so their expectation for, or what their personal belief is professional attire might be a nice pair of jeans and a collared shirt. In all actuality, the administration may see that as being different, but again, building to building is different, and we need to be more consistent with that. Our support staff, many times, they do not follow or meet the school dress code. You'll see them wearing pajamas, scrubs, and just anything along those lines that should not be worn in a professional setting. And then again, another issue is what some may see as professional dress may not be seen that way by administration. So it has not been really clearly stated. It's kind of just, I think they just assume that everybody understands, and in all actuality, that's not the case. Student issues, probably the same as in most districts. It's vague in some areas. An example that says the shorts have to be mid-thigh in length. Well, mid-thigh on one student may be way shorter or way longer on another student. So it's kind of hard for students to understand where they're at. There are a couple other areas where it says, I know I stated it said no spaghetti straps or tank tops, and then a couple areas or bullets down in the handbook it says tank tops can be worn if the strap over the shoulder is 3 fingers wide. It doesn't say the student's fingers, administration's fingers, whatever. I guess if you wanted to be picky, that would be an area where it's really vague. Kind of hard to figure out who determines if a student's in violation. Is that up for the teachers to decide, or is that administration only? That really has not been covered here. And then another issue we have, I don't know if the students fully understand what the dress code is or what we deem as appropriate and inappropriate. As a future administrator, a few solutions I think I have to address the problem, start with staff expectations. Everything must start at the top, so we need to model what is appropriate. Okay, I think it's important that all building administrators meet and come up with a consistent expectation for all teachers, no matter what the subject area is, and we stick to that. And that expectation needs to be conveyed to all staff, so they understand and understand what the expectation is. And then the administrators need to be the example. Okay? You need to set the standard high. Reinforce that the dress code applies to all students. Um, Again, I think what I've seen here is that the students, the higher performing students, sometimes get away with more than other students do. We need to be consistent in that. No matter who is in violation, they need to be called on it. As administrators, we need to act with fairness and integrity. That addresses standard 5. And that goes back to the dress code applies to everybody. You need to be fair. If one student's in violation for wearing a pair of shorts that are too short, and then you have another student wearing the exact same thing, it's probably a good idea to make sure that they're both in violation of dress code. Then you also need to set the expectation for the students. Explain to them why it needs to be this way, what is expected, and that they're going to be held to that standard. I would also say that all dress code violations will be made by the administration only. If a teacher thinks a student is in violation, send them to the office, let the administrators make that decision. That way it's out of their hands. I would also hold a beginning of the year a student and parent meeting, just kind of like a parent night, cover the student handbook. We need to educate our parents and our students on what's appropriate and what is not, give them examples. Then we must explain why certain things are not safe, why certain things could cause an interruption in the educational process. A couple of things that I try to keep in mind is set the standard. Okay, hold people accountable. What we allow will always be encouraged, and then I think that people, no matter what the standard is or that you expect them to meet, they will meet it.